Hello everyone and welcome to another Transformers review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Black Mamba LS08 oversized knockoff studio series Sideswipe. These titles just keep getting longer and longer and longer, don't they? Right, ordinarily I'd start off with the figure in its box, but I didn't get a box with this, so I thought I'd start off in vehicle mode because it was a nightmare to get into. Well, it wasn't a nightmare to get into. I'll get into it in a minute. Let's pop it out of the way for a minute and we'll have a look at what he comes with. So he comes with these two very sharp looking things. So really nicely painted, as always with Black Mamba. I just have a peg there that he holds, so they're identical. And he also comes with these two blasters. I don't know if these came with the original Studio Series figure because I don't have it, so I'm not sure. At this point now, I'm just buying knockoffs because I've had it with Hasbro. But that's a story for another day. These are very nicely done. Again, I like the airbrushing on the barrel pieces here. It's very good, very nice. Just sort of fades into silver as it goes up. There's one thing to be said about Black Mamba. They do have some really nice paint apps on their pieces. So there we go, very nice. Right, and then we come back to the main figure itself. I do have issues. I'm not going to say this is perfect. At the end of the day, we do have to remember that this is a knockoff. It's despite whichever company rather does it. There's always, well, not always, but most of the time there's some little issue. For me, the issue is the front end. I have tried and better tried to get this to tab in smoothly, and every time I get it to tab in one side, it pops out the other. So, as you can see, it's not too bad on this side, but then this side pops out, and then you just end up with these massive gaps here and here. Also, I had trouble with it. No, that's not my camera. That's it won't roll. And the reason it won't roll, at least as far as I can tell, is you see these things here. These are rubbery, and they keep popping out. They're designed to come out, but they keep popping out, and they're awkward to get back in when you're trying to do it on a camera. Get in! Right, there we go. I think that's what's stopping it, because when I push this back up and everything pops out again, I'm still not doing it. See, now the camera's on. Just now it rolled. Before I put the camera on, it rolled. Now it doesn't want to roll. It's being finicky, and I cannot get it 100% right. I'm pushing bits, I'm pulling bits, and yes, Simon's going to put something in there, I know he is. But you thought I'd get that in there before he did. Oh yes, right. I can kind of sort of get it to roll. That's alright now. It has issues. And that's a shame because it looks absolutely gorgeous. The paint on it is beautiful. It's really, really shiny. It's properly metallic. It looks great. These door mirrors are rubbery, but I wouldn't suggest sitting and playing with them like I'm doing. But they'll take a bit of damage. These rims are really nicely done. Again, I don't know if this is from the original mould, because I don't have it. But you can see there's some brake pads in there as well. Brake discs and pads. So that's quite good. I mean, you can kind of see it's going to turn into a robot under there, but it's not too bad. Love the back end here. It does look really nice. It is a really, really nice looking car mode. It's a Corvette. That's all I've got. I don't do American cars. Right, for comparison, let's have a look at him with Jazz. That is the knockoff of the movie masterpiece Jazz. I know Simon didn't like this figure, but I actually do. I really like this. I think it was awkward to tab together, but once it gets there, I think it looks really nice. So there they are together, and ooh, there goes my camera. And I think they scale pretty well. This is a Pontiac, and that's all I know. I don't know. I don't do American cars. European cars, yes. American cars, not so much, because American cars aren't designed to go around corners, so I don't know. But I think they look pretty good together, although this is much shinier. Would have been nice if they'd done that in that paint. I think they would have looked awesome together. Although, having said that, they don't actually meet, do they? Sideswipe's in a later film, because Jazz dies in the first one, which I'm still bitter about. Can't kill off Jazz. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there we go. That's the vehicle mode. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I would like it better if it tabbed in, but I like it for what it is. Right, so now we've had a look at that, let me transform him up into his robot mode, and we'll take a closer look at that. Be right back. Alright, so here's Sideswipe all transformed up into his robot mode, and he does look really nice. There are a couple of issues with him in his robot mode. Well, one issue, I should say, really. It's not even that big a problem, but I will point it out. These pieces here, these little rubbery pieces, they're meant to hold in these little holes. If you can see that there. Yeah, just there. But they keep popping out. So they've popped out several times while I've been posing him, so I'm just going to leave them out. So that's why they just keep coming out. I don't know if I can maybe glue them in, but I don't know if that'll affect, you know, the movement. Yeah, overall, I think his robot mode is pretty neat. I'm not sure what's happened around the back here. I think these pieces here, they're on tabs, and I think they're supposed to tab into here, but I can't get them in. They keep popping back out, so I'm not sure. The instructions that came with this aren't very clear, but right. Before we run down the articulation and everything, let's have a look at him holding his weapons. Now, he can only hold one set of weapons at a time, so if you want him with these, they just slot into his hands. Like so. And as he does these splits, so they look pretty cool. I will probably be using those because I think that's what he used most in the show. In the movie, rather. But if you like the other ones, they are quite a tight fit. If you like the other guns better, then he can hold those. There. Either way, he looks pretty cool. I prefer these personally, but I mean the guns don't look bad. It does look quite nice with them. Yeah, I'll take them out for the moment. So let's get in close, have a good look at him. Does have a really nice head, but like most knockoffs, that is going to be down to Hasbro's designers, so props to them, because that does look really good. Very nicely done. There's a lot of detail revealed on the robot. Look at this nice detailing here, and a sort of a brass colour paint. It's not gold, it is more, it's more brass or bronze. No, it's more brass. And then you've got some nice little details here and there. Going down the arms. The hands don't open or close or anything, they are just like that. And then you've got these pieces here. Nice piece, nice gear there. Going down the legs, some more detailing here. Some shock absorbers. And down to the bottom. Die cast wise, I believe the only die cast bits are his toes. What toes and the heel pieces. Can't find anything else in there anyway. Just a sec. No, I tell a lie. These pieces as well. These are die cast as well. Go around the back. You've got this detail here. Really nicely done. And a lot of screws. Right, so let's have a look at articulation. So squatting down a bit. His head is on a ball joint, but mine is very, very stiff. So you can look around a lot. You can look all the way up. You can't look down. These panels here are again on a ball joint, and again it's very stiff, but you can move them around. They're on an armature here as well, so you can go up and down, or down and up. And these also are on a ball joint and a hinge, so you can put them wherever you like. The arm is on a ball joint, so you get a lot of movement there. He does have upper bicep swivels, single joint at the elbow, so he's got a lot of stuff going on there. Yeah, he doesn't have wrist rotation, he just has up and down. And he's popped apart. This happens as well quite a bit when you're messing with him. It does pop out there, or it could just be that I don't have it in far enough, but I'm slightly worried that if I push it too far in it'll break, or I just won't get it out again. He has ball joints at the hips, but see, these things just keep popping out, getting in the way. He can't really go out to the side, can go out to the front, go to the back slightly. Does have a rotation joint up in his thigh. He's got a knee bend, but it's quite far up. It's nice how this piston piece works though. When you bend the knee, that whole sort of shock absorber piece goes up, so that's quite nicely done. It does have a sort of swivel, but it's on an angle. At least I think it's on an angle. Is it on an angle? Oh no, it isn't. Apologies, it's getting late now. And his toesies move. There's nothing to the sides though. So he basically just sort of stands like that. yeah, I mean, apart from these bits for coming out all the time, that's a bit of a bummer. He's a really nice figure. I do really like him. Just for comparison, here he is with the Jazz. And yes, I'm aware that I've almost certainly mistransformed parts of him, but like I say, it's getting late now. I just can't be faffing with him. He's a nightmare to transform. But yeah, I think that works quite well. I know in G1 Jazz and Sideswipe were similar sizes, so I think this works quite well. At least for me. So I'll just bring that guy out again. So yes, would I say get one? Yeah, I would. I know I've kind of beaten Simon to the punch on this one. Oh, so sorry about that, Simon. I didn't do that on purpose. Just kind of happened that way. So I thought I'd take a look at him anyway, and we'll, you know, when you get yours in, we can have a discussion about it. But yeah, I would recommend him because he's not expensive. I think he works out cheaper than the original Studio series. That's if you can find one, because to be honest, I don't look anymore. As I said at the top of this video, Hasbro and I have fallen out, and I'm pretty much just going for these knockoffs, these oversized knockoffs, because I at least feel that the knockoff companies are trying to make a unified line, you know, where all of them look good next to each other and they at least scale a bit. So I've just sort of given up looking for the official figures now. Yes, this one is really good. Aside from this going on here, I think this is definitely worth a pickup. So that's it. Thanks again for watching. I always appreciate you spending time with me looking at these figures. If you've got any questions, please do leave them in the comments below and I will try and answer them. And that's all I have to say about this guy. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Fingers on plastic.